We have travelled 15 years into the future and came across two giant clubs in peril as Arsenal and Chelsea have slumped down the Premier League. Not only that, but Arsenal have the worst finances around right now. Neither side has won the top flight of English football for nearly 10 years, and it's up to Dad and I to swoop in and rescue them. So normal points for a rebuild apply, but this is the most fun Dad and I have had on a rebuild for a long time. Dad, we are 15 years into the future of Football Manager, and two of these teams look like they really needed our help.
Yeah, they do, but I'm looking forward to this one. Should be a bit of a challenge.
Yeah, I mean, if we're looking back on that season again, the season before we just left, it was 9th and 11th place. You took over Chelsea, they have better finances. I took over Arsenal, who have no finances, basically. Yeah. But there's only a point between them in the league, so I think they both underperformed, but we are sort of taking over two teams that are not quite what they were in what we class as modern day.
Yes, right, yeah. I mean, I definitely think Chelsea definitely underperformed this season. I've had a look at their squad. They've got a really good squad. Aging squad, got quite a few old players in there. So it's going to be hard for me to sort of like get a few players in to sort of replace the players that are in there because they are that good.
Yeah.
But I'm sort of looking at it and thinking I've got to get a few young players in, and the team that I've got are probably all right for 2 years, I feel.
All right.
I really need the really top players to come in and replace them. So I'm going to try and build a team ready to come through.
Okay, so if we're looking at the previous years before that, Arsenal finishing second, which tells you obviously how big the drop-off was with Tottenham finishing top, who have been quite good in this, by the way. Arsenal and Chelsea there, third and fifth. 4th and 6th, so you can see that they've just been the nearly men. There's Tottenham again winning the league with Chelsea this time.
I hope they are like that.
Yeah, and then, they're going back, as we're going further and further back, they've never quite, it's been nearly 8 seasons since Chelsea won the league, which was the last of the two. Arsenal was a couple of seasons before that, 3 seasons before that were Chelsea, but this is a lot more modern day. This is 26-27. We're looking way into the future now. So let's have a look then at the transfers. You had quite a lot of a budget, to be honest.
Yes, I did, yeah.
I had no budget, so.
And I'll be perfectly honest, like I said to you earlier, I have struggled getting players in that will go in the first team. I've brought in what I would class is 3 good players and a reserve goalkeeper.
Yeah.
One of these players is definitely going into my starting line.
Yeah, okay, so a couple of players have left. They don't really matter anymore, but let's look at the players that did actually come in. So we got Robert Witham from Real Madrid. Now, being 15 years into the future, expect to see a lot of these lovely new-gen faces, which hopefully is the last time we will see terrible new-gen faces. Remember, the new Football Manager 26 will be out in a couple of months' time. If you haven't pre-ordered it yet, you can do so using my link, the Fanatico, which is linked with Steam. It's a Sega-approved website, and it's cheaper than ordering it through Steam. So not only do I give you a discount, but you also I get a bit of a kickback from it. I get £1 something out of your purchase, so you can do so using the link. Takes the discount directly off. You don't have to do anything. Takes you right to the checkout. So that link will be at the top of the description. Robert Witham, your first signing, Dad. Left wing back.
Left wing back, yeah. I mean, he's a good left wing back. He won't be in my first team, but I needed a reserve one. And this guy will do that job for me. As you can see, he is quite good. His physicals are very, very good, I feel. And he's good going forward to get the ball across over. Yeah, I'm happy with this signing.
Yeah, 25. Yeah. Then we've got Ivano Di Giacobbe, who is a really good goalkeeper.
He's a really good goalkeeper, yeah. But my first keeper will always, I think, he's been my first keeper for probably quite a while. So I've just wanted to get a really good young reserve keeper in, and this guy's done the job for me.
4.5-star potential. He might become your number one.
Yeah, he could well do, yeah.
£35 million on Suleiman Kamara from Anderlecht, who is a centre-back option here.
This is
5-year-old.
I mean, I feel sorry for this guy because my 2 centre-backs are really, really good. I mean, you look at this guy and he's really good, but he won't get into my team. But I needed someone to be, wait if I get any injuries, because I think my 2 centre-backs are 30 plus, I think. So, and this guy, he's 2-footed. So he'll cover both positions, I feel.
Yeah, and he's 6'3", he's only 25, so he's just not very good at passing, I think. That's
no,
his
it's
main
the only problem, yeah.
But then you splash the cash.
Yeah, this is the guy that this will go straight into my first team. With the tactic that I'm playing, I needed another defensive midfielder, and I managed to get this guy. Only 24, so he'll be with me for a long time now. Good ball, all players who pass the ball around. Yeah, I'm quite happy with his first touch. Is really good. He's got the bit of aggression that I think you need in the defensive midfielder role. And he's 2-footed as well. So, yeah, this is a good signing for me, I feel. So he'll go straight into my team.
He is like a young Casemiro.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Brazilian, very good, very aggressive. I think his only weakness there is his passing, which early days of Casemiro plays short, simple passes when he bursts onto the scene, but he is really physical, really strong. I can see it. He's got better at his passing as Casemiro, but he can't run as much anymore, unfortunately.
But this guy do the same job, I feel. Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Okay, so tactically then, you mentioned...
Yeah, there he is, Orlando, running to the side there, so he goes straight in. I'm playing the three across the sort of like attacking midfielders, one up front. So I'm going to go with that first season. See how I get on with that.
Like who you've got in that centre attacking midfield spot.
That's why I wanted to do it. Put him in his best position really, and see what he can do for me in that sort of position. And if you look at my two centre backs, I think they are in their 30s, are they?
Yeah. So you got Stanic, who is 30, yeah, and then Cash Schilder, who is 31.
I mean, they're really good, and their natural fitness levels are really good as well. So I reckon I'll get another 2 seasons out of them. I've got a good team. I've got a really good starting 11, I feel.
Obviously, you brought a left back in. Your current left back, Neves, who you mentioned is quite good. Physically, he's amazing. But again, he is 30 as well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
you got Hope on the left-hand side, Josh Hope, who's one of your better players.
Yeah, I've stuck him out there on the wing. He can do a job out there. I was in and amming whether to play 2 up front, because this guy, he's a really good striker as well.
Yeah, Veloso's brilliant.
But so I've stuck him out on the wing and see what he does. He's going to come in from the wing as well and take his chances, I feel. So I've got a good chance of this season, I feel.
Okay.
Got a really good side.
Well, start the season, you've done very well. You're actually top of the league, although Peterborough knocked you out of the second round of the Cup.
Come on. My assistant manager has let me down there. I think he's rested too many players there, I think, and just played an easy team against them.
Yeah.
But for the fans, I'm glad I've got the result against Spurs the next game. But yeah, I'm happy with that.
All right, so let's have a look then at my Arsenal sides. Now, the transfer budget I had was nothing. There was nothing in there. So I've had to, they actually sold a player before I even joined as well, and it was still nothing. That was Berkovic going for £49 million. But when I said the finances were bad, they're bad. 25% of the transfer revenue, you can see I've only got £4 million left in the budget. That's not enough to buy a Premier League player. And the wage budget, we're currently overspending, well, just underspending. So we can't really do anything with it, unfortunately. I don't want to sell any other players. I have brought in 2 very good free transfers. So we'll start off with this one, Yildiz, who is right wing back there that we got from Bayern Munich. I think he is absolutely fantastic. It's just a shame we have caught him at the very back end of his career. But he is 15 for natural fitness, so for a couple of seasons he'll be really good for us before he starts to drop off. He's only 5'4" though, so yeah, he's a very little man, but he's a very good player.
Even I'm taller than that.
Yeah, you are, yeah. Now, Kjell Vuyten, who is a real player still. He is 32-year-old, another German as well, from a free transfer. I don't have a lot of options, so bringing this guy in, who's centre midfielder, he's still decent physically, technically, and mentally, to be honest, but he is 32 and my scouts don't rate him too well against the rest of our squad, but our squad is quite good. We've also got a backup striker that we've got on loan. We've had to pay a loan fee from Newcastle. Another German, 3 Germans that we've brought in, but to be honest, I can't see him get that many games. They probably will recall him because of it. Tactically, we are playing a 4-3-3, but with 2 strikers instead of the left winger. Now, our best player is our right-hand side in Carter. Nick Carter, 27, so good age. We'll be able to keep him for the rest of the journey, and probably a good job because he's 14 for natural fitness, but he plays naturally as a striker or on that right hand side, left-footed, so I've got him playing as this inside forward on attack, so he'll cut inside. I think we can get the most out of him from that. And he supplies Daneman up front, who is not a bad striker either, but he's 29, Argentinian. And Sam Blackwood, who is developing. He's 23. He's got a good potential, but I don't think he's really reached it yet. If you're looking at the amount of game time he's played, it's not a lot. So he's getting game time now. I want to see whether he can make that. Our other best player in our team is Adam Kurtai, who's our centre midfielder. So our right-hand side will be really strong because he is phenomenal. You can see how good he is as a centre midfielder. Physically, he is fantastic. He can also play right wing, so there's the option to go to my 2 right wing formation if I ever want to. But yeah,
his
he's a
passing was 18 as well.
Really
How
good.
often you see that?
We've got two good ball players.
Yeah, there's one that's
17
really
as
well,
good
yeah.
too. But he was asking for a transfer request because he wasn't playing that many games. So I'm giving this guy some game time because he's only 21. He is 21 and he's very good indeed. A few other players. Collier is decent, but he's quite old now. Then we've got Lewis Skelly still in the side. Chevalier's my keeper, but I think we can do better than that. It's a couple of good players on the bench, but nobody that I'm like, oh, we should really be making sure he gets game time. We started the season okay as well. We lost our first game against Fulham, unfortunately, to a 91st minute winner. But the rest of the games, I mean, we beat Liverpool 3-0. So comfortable. Villa 1-0. Sunderland 6-1. We are through to the fourth round of the Cup. Dad couldn't get past first. The second, sorry, we are through the fourth round. Neither of us have European football to contend with in season number 1, so we don't have to worry. And the season preview does put you as second favourites and me down in 7th.
Yeah.
We've both got 2 players in the Media Dream 11. You've got Hope and Atherton. I've got Katai and Carter. So it is fairly even here at the start.
It is, yeah. I mean, what I like about that as well, they're making me second favourites against Spurs. I've just beat Spurs 2-0.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this and thinking, I've got a good chance here.
So, well, we're in this alternate universe, or this alternate future, 15 years into the future, where we've got the likes of Robin van Persie as the manager of Brighton there, and Bruno Lage as the manager of Leeds. Fabian Hertzler has just become the manager of Tottenham. 15 years in the future, he's still only 45. Yeah, unbelievable. He's been
great,
at Bayern Munich, Man City, Milan. He's had a great time so far. He's a phenomenal manager.
He's a good manager now at the moment, isn't he, really?
Yeah. So Spurs might be one that we will struggle against this season, which is a sentence nobody has ever said. Crazy. I know. We'll see how this season goes, though. Season number 1 of this future rebuild. Alright, and season number 1, no trouble whatsoever for the Arsenal. Yes, 10 points clear.
10 points.
God, we were fantastic. I am loving this. What a great start to the rebuild. You're right there in second, though, and you're 10 points clear West Ham.
I only lost 4 games, same as you, but I just drew too many games.
Yeah, 5 extra draws, which has cost you. I lost 4 games, didn't lose against you either.
Ooh.
Lost 4 away from home. I did draw 1 against you, so I beat you in the other fixture. 4-2 when you came to my ground, so that was nice. I'm happy with that. Now, goals-wise, we've got Daneman on 24. Chris Giles has got 26. He is fantastic, but he's been around for a long time. He's 30 years of age now. Sandro Veloso with 24. Nick Carter with 19. Not bad from that right-hand side. Junior Krupi, though, with the highest average rating.
I'm pleased to see that,
3 Arsenal players.
Players of the matches as well. You got that as well.
Yeah, he got 9 for that one. Nick Carter, 19 assists. With 19 goals. That is really good. Kelly is the best goalkeeper in the league by the looks of it at Spurs. He's kept the most clean sheets, but they failed to even get into the Champions League next year.
That's bad.
They've done really bad,
On goal difference as well. They lost it.
Down in 6th place. Absolutely threw it away. But I am buzzing. Let's have a look at the past positions, how it all played out. Once I got on top, I stayed there. You were there the whole season, watching me lift the title. Brilliant.
I slipped up probably 2 games, lost the first place, and then lost it completely. Then.
Yeah, that might be where we played each other,
to
be fair. So let's have a look. So, no, you lost to Chelsea. Lost to Liverpool, sorry, on match day 14, and then couldn't catch me from that. But I had the most goals. You were second. I had 118. You had 93. We were nowhere near Spurs, though, in terms of fewest conceded. They definitely had the best defence in the league. But you had managed to keep the fewest shots against, which is what both of us have done quite well with. So considering Spurs had that many shots against them, their keeper is fantastic. We're considering they had the most clean sheets and the fewest conceded. Very good indeed. Right, Arsenal. Did I win anything else? It's a Carabao Cup as well.
Oh, no, a double.
Get in. Beating Tottenham in the final. Oh, lovely stuff. Really good. Now, we know I could have knocked you out because you were eliminated by Peterborough in that competition, but the FA Cup was still available to win.
Yes,
and you did indeed win that one. You defeated Newcastle in the final of that one. So we both got a cup each.
That's kept me in it.
Yeah, at the start. Okay, so squad-wise then, Dad, you've got 28 goals there for Sandro Veloso. Junior Krupi chipping in with 19 and 10.
Yeah, very good for that as well.
Josh Hope from the left-hand side.
I'm pleased with that. He's got 13 goals coming in from there. I'd have thought he'd have more assists with that. I would have thought, really. But he was a striker that... a winger that was going to come in though, wasn't he? So
yeah, I think you need to get the likes of J Pope on the pitch because he's also one of your best players, and he only started 16 times. He plays that centre attack midfield or
as
up
well.
front.
Yeah,
he is really good. He needs some game time there.
Definitely, yeah.
And Jan Dago, who is your defensive midfielder, has really developed by the looks of it this season into a world-class player, and you can definitely agree with that. He is
100%.
Phenomenal. Very good player indeed. Transfer budget, £88 million. So your finances were okay when we joined.
When I joined the team, I thought this is a typical Chelsea team where you get a new manager and they just plough in with money, and I'm going to sit there and say thank you very much, and I'm going to take it.
Yeah, I don't blame you at all. Whereas at the Arsenal, let's have a look. We've got Danneman as my top scorer with 30
goals,
Nick Carter 23 and 23. Wow. 22 and 13 for Sam Blackwood. Obviously, we gave him first team football. I think it was a good idea. He's developed quite nicely there. Kurtai has done quite well as well. 15 and 15 from centre midfield. As has Camus, who was obviously the defensive, the DLP. We've got, obviously, the loan knee that we signed. 8 goals and 7 assists. He played quite a lot of games. I'm happy with that, to be honest. Not too bad at all. Transfer budget for me, 60 million. So although I didn't have a budget
that's not bad
last season, that's really good. I still only got 25%.
So you can't afford to sell a player, can you?
No, and we've only just gone back into the red there, or into the black, sorry. But yeah, we've got a massive net debt of £92 million. So this needs to be cleared. Our wages are a lot lower than yours. Yours was nearly 8 million.
Typical Chelsea, though, isn't it? I mean, behind the scenes, they probably got 5 reserve times.
Crazy, isn't it? So lots to do, but let's have a look at the points after the first season. Season 1 points are Omega Luke with 8 and Omega Dad with 3. Well, it's been a really busy window for yourself, Dad.
Yeah, it has,
Quite a lot of players go out. We've got a couple going out here for that tallies for £50 million, but then on the other page are the £175 million gone, including
my goalkeeper.
I
was a bit disappointed. He'd come to the end of his contract and he just wouldn't sign a new contract, so it forced my hand. I'd let him go.
Yeah. £42 million for Krupi, 53 for Andre Neves. So a lot of players have left. Obviously, we mentioned him last season being left back.
Yeah.
You've replaced really well, though.
I've replaced him really well, yeah. I mean, I've got good money for when you think he was 31.
Yeah.
So I'm getting that type of money for him. So, yeah, I've got a really good replacement for him. And a really good replacement for my goalkeeper. So I think I've had a good transfer window, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we got Romero, who is the smallest signing of the window for you as a striker.
Young striker. I sort of got him for more of a coming through. Hopefully he'll progress into a better striker than what he is, but he's not that bad now, really.
No, he's all right.
He's quick, he knows where to finish, and he's got the potential of being a really good striker. So I just needed a really good reserve striker, and I brought this guy in for it, really.
Then let's have a look at the replacement. So goalkeeper wise, this was the big one.
Yeah, 125. I don't normally like spending this type of money, but I just couldn't find one that I really felt really deserved the money I was going to spend on it. And this guy popped up, so I thought, right, I'm going to do it. Chelsea are going to give me the money. He's only 23.
You are Chelsea.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Right.
Chelsea give me the money to do it. So if they're going to give me the money, I can afford to spend it. So he's only 23. It's not very often you can get a goalkeeper that young who's that good.
No, he is probably one of the best in the world.
Yeah, so I've got him in, and I'm really looking forward to having this guy in my team, really.
Yeah, French international,
that's
number
my
one.
sort of number one finish now for the rest of the rebuild.
That's it, yeah. But then we got 2 other signings, left back, really right back.
I had to replace my left back, so I got this guy in. Just look at it, look. Jesus. He's immense, isn't he? I mean, his determination. He's world class already.
Yeah.
And he's 28, so I got a good few years out of this guy as well. He's just got everything, isn't he? He can do everything, really. He's 6 foot as well, so he's good in the air.
He's only got 2 attributes in the mentals, which isn't yellow.
Yeah, and his aggression. I mean, I like a bit of aggression, and he's quick. Really pleased with this signing.
He's also got Premier League experience.
Yeah,
he didn't play back that in the much, but Dortmund.
One good season there with 23 games in the Premier League. Then he went to Dortmund and just really progressed from there. Really,
player.
Yeah.
Then we finally got David Tomic from Inter Milan, £99 million to replace the right-hand side.
And I think I've just done it again. Really found another gem, another world-class player at 27, so good age as well. He's got everything as well, and he crossed the ball over when I need him as well. So his aggression's not so good as the left back, but it's still up there though. You know, he likes to put a bit of tackle in as well. So yeah, and his strength's all there. Only 5'10", but He's quick.
Only? That's the right height.
Yeah, that's good for me.
Yeah, I was going to say. You'd like to be 5'10".
I'm not far off it.
By about 1.5 feet. Gets forward whenever possible. He's a cracking player.
Yeah.
So
I feel really
3 world-class players.
Yeah, I've just made my defence really, really a lot stronger. I feel.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got those 2 centre backs are still there. The right back and left back really good now. The keeper's world class as well. I felt I've got to change it. I needed that. Hope was up there. Pope's up there. I've got a really good start for us.
Pope Bloso.
Yeah, so I'm hoping they're going to do really well for me. 3 up front, and you look at those 3 strikers as well. They're really good as well. So
yeah,
I feel my sort of like Atherton. He's probably, I think I'm playing sort of out of position, but he can do the job there. So in my head, that's my next position I'll be looking at really. I didn't have enough money this season to do it, so I'm hoping he'll do a job for me. So I've put a bit of training on him to sort of play that position, but he'll be all right. He's got two defensive midfielders behind him. I think.
Definitely. So schedule at the start of the season, we've played each other twice.
Yes.
I've beaten you twice as well.
Disappointed with that as well, yeah. When you look at the teams I've played against, really, you won the league last season, so you're going to be the top team. And to lose both games against you, I'm a bit disappointed with that. But hey, I've gone through in the cup though. Got beat Port Vale, so I've got to be happy.
Big achievement.
Yeah, I've got to be happy with that.
Yeah. All right, let's have a look then to see the guys that I brought in. So I actually had quite a busy window considering I didn't have that much money, but I had a lot of players go and leave for me as well. So all the free transfers, there's a lot of wages gone. Likes of Miles Lewis-Skelly, who's been there from the very beginning, decided to leave. Look at that. So after all these years, after all those managers at Arsenal, I was the one who let Miles Lewis-Skelly go. Never mind. Not a lot of money was coming in because we didn't have any, so we had to make use of what we had. Now, I did quite well finding a couple of little cheap gems. We got Shin Takeda from Vissel Kobe, who could play centre-back or centre defensive midfield. Now, he's only 5'10" and can't jump, but I think he has all the bases of being a decent defender. The potential is that he could be even better, so I'm going to try and give him as much game time as I possibly can because I don't have the money to buy a replacement yet, so we'll see how that one goes. But I did spend money on Juan Ramon, £52 million from Barcelona, gives us another really good striking option up front. That's where the most of my money went, and then when all the players left on wages, I'll show you the second signing that I spent quite a lot of money on, but this is where my transfer budget went. So £52 million. He got 11 goals when he only started 6 games last season for Barcelona. So that tells me he can score when he's given the chance. He hasn't for me yet. Free off the bench, hasn't scored, but I'm sure he will. Emmanuel Bresciani, though, from Boca Juniors. I needed a goalkeeper as well, so I brought in Bresciani. Lucas Chevalier is my current goalkeeper and quite old now, so Bresciani is going to come into the lineup. I'm going to try and give him some game time. But my final signing, Patrick Timmermans. I needed a left back as well, so that's why I brought in Patrick. So he's Dutch. He plays from, obviously, he can play both sides. He's got both footed. Absolutely fantastic type of player. He isn't as good as the fullbacks that Dad signed, but for the money, it's kind of all I could afford. He's got an assist already at the start of the season.
He's good.
Adequate going forward. Got 9 for crossing, 11 for dribbling, but his defensive side of the game is important.
Yeah. And
his physicals. And I'm pleased with that. And the fact that he covers both. Brilliant. Nice header hair too. That's always a bonus. Tactically, we're sticking with the same. Takeda is being locked in, because if I did best 11 pick, it puts somebody there that I don't want to be there. In Van Erm, who was playing left back for me last season, I don't think he's a very good centre back. So I'm kind of like in two minds whether. So that's the reason why I've locked, not him, locked Takeda in, because then this would happen instead. Collier goes into there, who I think is a much better centre back. And we've got Yildiz, who's at right back. But we've also got Ryan Johnson, who only 20 and popped up recently. He's really good.
Yeah.
So maybe I need to give him some game time. He's been getting some game time as well. And Jacobs Donnelly Stevie has been another player who's really popped up from the bench and done quite well. Very fast. Gets forward whenever possible. He's 6'3". Plays in that centre midfield role. Hey, we'll see if he can get us some goals this season. Obviously, we beat Dad on penalties. We also beat him 1-0 with the Danaman. He scored the only goal in that game as well. But we've dropped a few points already. We've dropped 4 points to Newcastle and Norwich, which is disappointing. 2 away games. But we'll see how this one goes. We've got Champions League football, both of us. We're not playing each other. But yeah, I can't see us obviously making too much of a dent in the Champions League just yet, but we'll see in the later years. Actually, you might, because you've got an unbelievable defence now.
Yeah, I have, yeah.
Season preview puts you as the favourites, and to be honest, I'm not surprised.
With the defence that I've got, I should have, really.
Yeah.
I feel I'm surprised.
They've both gone in, look.
Yeah.
Tomic and Mari,
not
they've
surprised.
gone in.
I'm surprised my keeper's not there, to be honest. Yeah. What's this goalkeeper like?
Fulton, he must be he's good.
Well,
yeah, Robbie Fulton, he is an unbelievable keeper as well. Very
my keeper's only 22 though, so he could get there eventually.
That's true. New manager for Liverpool though, Italiano, who's joined Vincenzo from Dortmund, so I wonder how he'll do this season in the Premier League. All right, season number 2. We're off to the races. Dad has really built a world-class side here. There's only a couple of weaknesses in his side, but can my Arsenal team retain the Premier League? We have indeed retained the Premier League, and Dad, you've fallen quite a lot.
I can't believe I'm that far behind, to be honest with you. 18 points.
I only lost 2.
I didn't even make the champion. Oh, I just made the Champions League.
Just made the Champions League.
Only lost 2 games.
In
Yeah,
that
that's
top
a big
5.
difference, isn't it?
I mean, there's a huge gap between you and Norwich, who are in 6th place.
Yeah.
57 points. So,
There's
never
no danger
worried
of
about
losing
that.
that,
Yeah,
no.
they're 15 points above them.
But 18 points behind you, that's a long way.
That's a lot way.
Yeah.
But we've done so well again. We won the league easily at a canter, 12 points ahead of Newcastle, 4 less losses than them. We only lost 2 games all season to the Merseyside teams. We just don't like going to Liverpool. We must hate it at Liverpool. We lost both times, 5-2 and 2-1. But the rest of the season,
I'm looking at
really
that as
good.
well. I think the big difference is the goal difference. Look at your goal difference.
79. I've scored 112 goals again.
That's the difference. That's what wins leagues.
Yeah. You lost 8 games, Dad. Both times. We knew you lost one already, but there was the other one as well. I beat you at home 3-2. So I've done really well this season. Top scorers of the league. I have the 3 top scorers behind Chris Gielis. I don't know how to say his name. But anyway, I've got Danaman, Nick Carter, and Jacobs Donnelly, who is in there. Jacob Donnelly Stevie's. What a name, by the way. Stevie. Weird, isn't it? But yeah, 3 of them in there, as well as Carter, Blackwood, and Jacobs Donnelly Stevie in the average
That's
rate.
why you won the league, really.
Yeah.
To be honest, yeah. Your clean sheets is only 1 behind.
Yeah. Nick
The
Carter
leader.
with 20 assists again.
Yeah.
From that right-hand side. Absolutely fantastic. So really happy with how they have continued to do well in the Premier League, considering we haven't got the money really to challenge the money that you were spending anyway, with the fullbacks bringing in the world-class fullbacks and the goalkeeper. But yeah, you look like you were pushing for it and then dropped off towards the end of the season.
I mean, you had the same sort of season you did last season, didn't you?
Yeah.
Started a little bit sort of bad and got up there, then stayed there.
Yeah. Okay, competitions. Do I crown that with another cup? No. And look who knocked me out of the Champions League.
Yes.
Ooh,
Get in.
okay. Knocked out by 3 big clubs, Chelsea, Tottenham and Liverpool, all at the quarter-final stages. Couldn't even be the bridesmaid. Couldn't even get to the semi-finals. Quarter-finals was as far as we got in anything this year. We'll have a look at that Champions League tie in a sec. How did you do this season, Dad?
Oh, get in. You little B-U-T, you.
Treble.
Get in.
Wow, that really puts the cat amongst the pigeons in terms of the points. West Ham in the final. Who was down in 8th place. Fair play to West Ham. You beat them 1-0 at Wembley.
Yeah.
J. Pope with the only goal of the game.
Fams didn't have to travel far, did they?
Semi-final knocking out PSG. Quarter-final where you knocked out me. So you beat me in 1 leg.
Get in.
Drew the other, so you get 2 extra points for that as well. But Sandro Veloso was carrying this competition in terms of goals. That he had 6 more than anybody else this season, so really good from him. All right, well, the FA Cup, the second biggest trophy that you won, 5-2 against Manchester United in that one. And obviously the Carabao Cup, the first trophy you won that season, beating Fulham, another derby, really. It's always a good competitive game between those 2 teams. I like watching the Fulham versus Chelsea games.
Oh, I'm really pleased with that. I mean, that takes away the disappointment of the league, really, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know, so you look at that and you won everything else. So, yeah, I'll take that. Really good
season.
season.
I was going to be running away with this one.
I did. I can't beat you in the leagues, but knock you out of the Champions League and go on and win it. I'm really pleased with that. Definitely.
Imagine winning the league 2 seasons in a row and you're still behind in the points. What a crazy turnaround this is going to be. Right, okay, let's have a look, Dad. 24 goals for Sandro Veloso. Josh Hope, 21 and 16. Chris Atherton from that centre midfield
I'll tell you what, he hasn't let me down at all, has he?
No.
I'm really pleased with that. 15 goals and 14 assists from that position.
Well, did he play there? Let's have a look. Form-wise, he played quite a lot up front as well. So he did a bit of both, really. You can see there's a mixture of both. He was injured for a lot of times as well. But yeah, he did play up front quite a lot in that DLF role that you like to use. And obviously, you've got other players who are quite good at centre midfield. So it's not surprising. You've got Quintana, who's probably stepped into that playmaking role. He's a very decent player. Transfer budget, 117 million. I'm not surprised.
I'd have thought it would have been more than that, to be honest. We're winning the Champions League as well. So I'm going to take that. Nice wage budget as well.
You are in the red, though. £100 million in the red, which is something there. But wages, £7 million on the wages. They've actually come down a bit. And you've got a lot of debt as well. It's £141 million worth of net debt there.
Yeah.
Ooh. Interesting season. Let's have a look to see how my boys perform. Look at that.
Well,
5 players in 20 goals.
That's why you won the league, innit?
Crazy. Nick Carter, though, what a season. 24 and 29 assists. Sam Blackwood, again, doing very well. And again, developing too. So 25 years of age now, coming into his prime and showcasing exactly what he can do. Danneman, although he was my top scorer, is 31, is rated still quite highly in terms of value and is wanted. I think we might be saying goodbye to Federico Danneman. If I can find a good replacement.
I think I'd definitely be letting him go.
You 100% you would be. Juan Ramon, who of course I brought in, only started 15 games, had quite a lot of appearances off the bench, but still got 8 goals, 3 assists, not bad, 10 across the whole season. Nothing amazing, but he could step up if he's given the game time. But my 2 fullbacks, 15 and 14 for assists. Let's have a look to see how your fullbacks did. We didn't really check that, did we? Assist-wise, how your guys did. So Mari was left back. He got 13. Tomic was right back. Not amazing, to be honest.
No.
Especially because your formation would suggest that they should be the ones bombing down and
100%.
crossing the ball in.
Yeah.
So I am surprised that my fullbacks have managed to get more assists there with 14 and 15 utilising that. But hey, just a better tactic, I guess.
I've won the big ones, didn't I? So
You did.
I'm going to take that.
Shin Takeda, who I locked in, seems to have gotten worse by the current ability rating, which that doesn't happen very often, does it? But there we go. We'll see whether I decide to utilise him in the future. 29 million. It's better than absolute nothing. We've got 27 million in the bank. Wages has crept to 4.27, and our debts and loans still roughly about 150 million pound. Let's have a look at the points. Season 2 points are Omega Luke with 7 and Omega Dad with 15, meaning the total points going into Season 3 is Omega Luke with 15 and Dad with 18. Well, surprisingly, a very quiet window
one
for you, Dad.
Yes.
Just the one signing.
Just the one signing. I did say what position I felt was my weakness last season.
Yeah.
I've had a really good season. I won the big one, so I went out and tried filling that one position I felt was very weak with this guy here. I mean, he's 28, so he's older than I wanted to get, but he's in his prime, I feel. He's 2-footed as well, and he's going to be really good for that sort of deep line playmaker or a centre midfield going forward. I want to. I mean, he's just. I mean, his passing 16, his first touch is 16. You know, he's going to be really good for me. His vision 16. So all that side of it, right, where you need in that sort of position, he's got it. I mean, he's just a little bit weak on the aggression side of it. His finish is only 8. I don't need him to be finishing.
He's a ball player, isn't he?
Yeah, if he can slot that ball through into the little gaps, I'll be really pleased with this. So his determination's 19, so he'll get better, I feel.
I think he's 28. I don't think he'll get better.
I think he'll be better next season than he is this season after playing with such a good side, I feel.
I think you've overpaid £150 million for a player that I don't think is quite as good as the players that you have been signing for way less.
For that
but
position,
he's a good player.
Yeah, for that position, though, it was the best I could get.
Yeah, I do think this might be the first ever Vietnamese player that we have signed.
Yeah, probably is, yeah.
Definitely in a rebuild.
Yeah.
I can't think I've ever signed a Vietnamese player.
No, I don't think I have, neither. And I forked 145 million for him.
Yeah. So this might be a first. Have you ever seen a Vietnamese player as good as this? Because the only changes is that we're using the updated transfer database. This isn't made Vietnam an unbelievable nation in football. He is just that good. And Vietnamese players do not come around very often on Football Manager, especially this good. So in the Premier League, signing a Vietnamese player for £145 million, Annoyingly, he came through the Czech Republic as like a youth team.
Yeah.
So I wonder whether he has that's his second nation. Yeah, other nationalities. So the reason why he's probably really good is because he's come through as a Czech youth academy player, and not. I mean, it would have been amazing if he come through a team from Vietnam.
Yeah, definitely.
And he is that good.
I mean, he spent most of his playing career at Napoli as well.
Yeah.
So he's been playing in the Serie A. So and it looks like he was playing consistently as well.
Yeah, he was. He got quite a lot of assists last season. Yeah. 13 assists.
So he's going to make my my team stronger than it was last season. I feel.
Yeah.
In that sort of position, which I was a bit weak.
I love that. I love it when a random nation comes up that you don't sign a player from very often. Let's have a look at your tactic, Dad. Keeping with what you had last season, it would be silly to change.
I know I'm the tinker man, but I'm not tinkering this time. See how they get on.
Winning all 3 cups. If you change that. God, you deserve every comment that they would be
I'm fed up with taking the comments, boys, so just leave me alone this time. I've done what I should be doing. I've spent a lot of money on one player and didn't change nothing.
Yeah.
That's what you tell me to do all the time.
It only took 2 years and he's finally learning. Schedule. You should have changed it because you've been awful at the start of the season.
That's so disappointed in it, really. And I got you the next game as well.
In the cup.
Just lost to Everton. I could be knocked out of the cup really early. You can have like, don't put my ideas up. But I've already beat you though.
Yes, 90,000 people at Wembley watched a 7-4 Community Shield. Absolute barn burner of a match, but fair play. 7 goals against me.
I know it don't mean anything. It's what we treat it as more of a friendly than with a charity shield. But
still get a point for it, though.
It's a point. Yeah, I'm going to take any win against you. I'm going to take it.
Yeah.
But I very, very much need it. The next game, I need to win it.
Oh yes,
it's 3 bad games there. I haven't scored in 2 of them. So playing 3 up front and not scoring at all in 2 games. No, that's bad news.
Did beat Spurs in the Super Cup though.
Yeah.
On
pleased
penalties.
With that. Yeah,
so
pleased with that.
Only 1 Premier League win at the start of the season. Let's see them. How Arsenal have started. I've actually signed more players and I barely had any money compared to what you did. So this is weird. But I didn't sell anybody either. The first signing I made, I'm taking gambles because obviously there was the Japanese player that I signed last season. I don't think he really developed as much as what I hoped. So this time I found Tommaso Mancini. Sounds Italian. He's not. He's Swiss. Let's see whether he has Italian nationality. He is. Other nationalities. There we go.
To name
but yeah, he came through Basel's youth academy, and as you can see, looks like an unbelievable talent when you realise he's 18.
Yeah.
18 years old. Now, my only concern is that he has 12 determination and only a spirited personality. I can't remember whether spirited means they have high potential. I don't think it does. I believe spirited means they got like good sportsmanship and low controversy. You can let me know in the comments with that one because my personality traits, I only really know the good ones or the bad ones. I don't really remember the ones in the middle, what they entail. But I think as a player, it's worth taking the gamble on for the money that he costs. He's good at tackling. He's good with positioning. He might turn out to be a better centre defensive midfielder depending on how well his passing develops. Or he might just end up being one of the best centre-backs in my team. We'll have to find out. Because his jumping reach is okay and he's 6 foot. But he's quite fast. Mentally, he's phenomenal for his age. So I think for 11 million, it's a steal. I had to go for it. This also might be a gamble too. Nelson Semedo. And I say might be a gamble because he was a little bit more expensive than what I was hoping he'd be, considering he come from Vitoria. But Nelson Semedo, 21, again, could be a quality player up front. Only 3-star current ability, but with 4-star potential. Actually played for Portugal as well. The one thing that I'm like, it might be worth the gamble is his price shot up, which normally means behind the scenes he is really good.
Yeah.
When you see that price go up, you think, well, he must be decent. Resolute personality, which I like, and then if we're looking at, I clicked the wrong thing there. If we're looking at how well he did last season, 9 goals, 10 assists for Vitoria. He's got 2 with 1 already, and that was only with 3 starts. And really good average rating, so I think it could be worth the money, but it's still a little bit of a risk. The final signing was another free transfer. I can't really see this guy getting that many starts because of the quality we've got in centre mid, but he'll definitely fill in when we need him. Reinhold Weinhandel. So he's an Austrian player who's been playing at Bayern Munich for a long time. But yeah, he moved very early in his career and not really played a lot for Bayern Munich's first team, as you can see. In fact, he hasn't played a game for the last 3 seasons. So he's round his contract out. I think it's worth taking a punt on him because he's still only 24. I've slightly changed my tactic because I think I need to be stronger in the cups. And I've got a really good strike force now. So I haven't altered it too much. What I basically have done is move the centre midfield up from here up into another DLF. So now I've got 3 DLFs and Nick Carter from the right-hand side, who unfortunately for me is out for the next 3 months, which is great. But we've got Sam Blackwood who can fill in there. I am locking Mancini in, and as you can see with my best 11 pick, this is how it would set out. Semedo, I am kind of shocked he doesn't go straight in, but I think we'll still get quite a lot of game time, especially because Blackwood's going to have to fill in for Carter for a while. So what you're probably going to look at is something like this for the first part of the season. But Camis will drop into a more of a deep line playmaker role because that's what he's really good at, and the last couple of seasons he's been developing quite well there. And of course we've got Kurtai, who is so good that as a box-to-box midfielder, I think he can fill in the role that we were having 2 centre midfielders doing last year. It's also quite interesting to see Ryan Johnson has crept into that right back role, which I didn't expect him. So basically, I think for the first part of the season, it will look like that. And it started quite well. We have lost to Manchester City, unfortunately, 1-0 against them, but the other fixtures is quite promising. Yes, we lost against you, but I think we're playing so attacking that against somebody who is as defensively strong as what you are, we still scored 4 goals, but we are so open that you're probably counter-attacking us so much.
Yeah.
We beat Coventry 3-0, drew to Fulham, which is annoying, but they scored in the 92nd minute, and we stuffed Liverpool 4-1. So it's not a bad start. It will be interesting to see how we do against you in the other 2 fixtures after how that first one went, with how open my team is, but we'll see. So the Premier League, let's have a look at it then, as the season preview does put you still as the favourite, which is interesting, but I've got 3 midfielders now, so I'm still shocked that Nick Carter's not in there.
Yeah.
My best player, and he's not in there. It kind of doesn't make sense putting the other 3 in there.
No.
Like, what are we doing here? Season number 3 then, an interesting one. Leeds have also, they've got a terrible thing because they've got 9 points deducted, so they are starting off, and they haven't won a game yet. Ooh. So they are still -9. They're 12 points from the drop, and the team above them has only played 3 games. So let's see then, season number 3, how this one plays out. Okay, it's another league title for me.
At least I got a little bit closer this time.
Yeah.
Only 11 points this time. So.
Third place, 2 points behind Tottenham. I can't believe I'm holding on to this Premier League again, but I am scoring the most goals.
Yeah.
And I am conceding the least amount alongside Spurs. So 87 points. Gotta be happy with that.
5 games this time.
Oh, yeah. How great is this? Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. is at Manchester United. Ooh. That's quite interesting, isn't it? But yeah, he's been doing really well there. He's 30 years old now. Really, really good. Solid, but weird that we don't have any players in there. So a couple of Man United players are in there.
Especially the amount of goals that you've scored.
Yeah, so Signorelli, Saad, Adnan is in there too. But we've got players in the average rating. Nick Carter's not even got the most assists, but obviously he did miss quite a lot of the games. Yeah. Danovan's got 13, so he's kind of filled in a little bit. But your goalkeeper is in there. Mine isn't. 5 losses. Didn't lose to you.
That's not looking good now, is it?
Didn't lose.
You've won the league and I ain't got no games off you.
Also didn't draw. Beat you twice. And they were really low scoring. Don't understand it.
Yeah, to that first game.
2-0, 2-1. Makes no sense.
7-4 in the first one.
Yeah. It does seem like once my team got used to the tactic, they were really going for it. 100 goals scored. You had 93, but I had the fewest amount conceded. Weird considering I had less people in the midfield and I was nowhere near that the season before. But hey, we put Mancini at centre-back and he must have done really well if we've managed to keep hold of that. This is where I find out he was injured for the whole season.
Yeah.
Omega Luke, let's have a look first at the past positions. Oh, you had to catch up.
Yeah.
Again, once I got there, the trick is to stop me from getting first halfway through the season.
Yeah.
Because once I'm there, you cannot knock me off.
I was up and down that first half of the season. I don't know what I was doing, did I, really?
Nope. Yep, all over the place.
Cost me that. That start of the season for me has cost me, really.
Yeah, there we go. Right, competitions page for Arsenal. Did I manage to go on and win anything else? Oh, we've got a Champions League. Yes! I actually think, because I checked this when we took over, that's the first one that they've ever won. It is! There you go, Arsenal. In the future, you'll finally win a Champions League and it will take you until 2041. 2041, we are the Champions League winners, beating Barcelona 2-1. You did knock me out of both competitions in the other fixtures, though.
So I've got at least to the semi-final of the FA Cup, anyway.
Yeah, obviously, you got the point as well from the Community Shield. So that's another 2 points and another 2 points there. We'll see whether that is
Come on.
more than 5 points.
Come on.
You were the runners-up in the FA Cup. So,
cost
fourth
me.
round by Sheffield United. Spurs knocking you out of the Champions League.
No, come on. Don't do that to me.
So, the final of the Champions League, I beat Barcelona 2-1 in there. The semi-final, I defeated PSG 6-1, where Barcelona beat Spurs. Then the quarterfinals was being AC Milan. You were knocked down the round of 16 there, where I was knocking out Celtic. Knockout playoff round. Neither of us played in that, and that's because of league phase. You were top of it, but I finished there in 7th. So I actually lost 2 in the group stage, but there we go. We went on to do quite well. Runners up in the FA Cup, Dad 2, Newcastle United. So a 3-1 after extra time win. Points dropped there.
Yeah, definitely. I'm disappointed with that. Bad season for me.
It is a bad season, points-wise, because you took the lead after season number 2.
Yeah.
Quite surprisingly, I think I've took it back. So points-wise, it's going to be really good for me. So squad, 32 and 15 from Sandro Veloso.
That's better. That's where I wanted them to be.
21 and 9 for
Yeah,
Josh
so
Hope.
the three strikers have done the business for me, really.
They've done all right. Let's just split the back.
What's with the new striker? You got 6 goals and 8 assists. So not happy with that, really.
Well, he's not a striker, is he? He was
the new signing.
Midfielder, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of money.
Yeah.
A lot of money to be only getting that amount back. 179 million.
They're going to be chucking money at me.
It seems it.
I'm fortunate with this, but
You didn't sell anybody in January. That makes no sense.
No.
Financially, I think you were struggling as well. 270. Where's this money being pumped from? I wonder. So, debts and loans. Oh, what a surprise. The debts and loans have been cleared.
Oh, there you go. See?
What has happened here? There's 115 in Manchester City. What's going on here? Landmarks Tycoon in 2034. That was a long time ago. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, but somehow money has been pumped and debts
I think we probably sold the hotel and sold the women's football team.
Again,
yeah.
Yeah, to each other and sold it back. Yeah, some controversial
I'll tell you
things
what,
going on.
they're hell of
there.
a good. My finance people, they're hell of a good. They sorted it all out for me.
Yeah,
they just come up
sounds
to me and just say, "How much do you want?" I said, 150 million. We'll sort that out. Don't you worry
They
about
live
it.
in Guernsey,
Yeah.
probably. Tax free. Yeah, we'll see.
Well, that's where I live as well.
Yeah. He has to come across the ferry every day. Now, squad-wise for me, 25 and 14 for Nelson Semedo. He was the one who didn't even get in the team. He's developed lovely. So that risk paid off as far as I'm concerned. That was really good. Juan Ramon, who I signed a couple of seasons ago and didn't play, now is playing. Got 25 goals and 6 assists. Danaman, 21 and 20. I was tempted to sell him last year. I didn't. Has come back with a good amount of assists. Nick Carter has missed a lot of the season. You can see he's out again with a torn calf. Only played 28 starts, 19 and 12 though. Still really good. Sam Blackwood, 18 and 15. That's, again, still decent, and he has got better and better every season. Adam Kurtai, considering we gave him more of a defensive role now, box-to-box, 11-11 is not bad at all. But look at the glow-up for Tommaso Mancini. Becoming a 4-star centre-back player. Okay.
Yeah.
I am buzzing with that.
Yeah.
Really happy with that. At 19 years of age, he has 17 leadership. Really good stuff.
That's the Tony Adams all over again, isn't it?
Ryan Johnson as well has turned to a world-class player. I mean, mentally and physically, that's decent. So he was 22, come through the youth academy. So I think I lucked out there on a couple of players and a couple of lucky signings, really. I mean, unlucky with other ones. Where's the Japanese Shin Takeda? He only played 32 off the bench. That's actually got better than what they rated him last season, to be fair. There were gambles that didn't pay off, and there are definitely some that did. 16 million. I just won the Champions League. 16 million.
And the league.
Oh my God, 159 million pound. 303 net debt. What? That's crazy. I don't know what
You're in
I'm
a lot
gonna
of
do
trouble
here.
when you're ready.
Oh dear. Right, okay, let's have a look at the points then. Season 3 points are Megaloop with 13 and Dad with 5, meaning the total points are Megaloop with 28 and Dad with 23. All right, Dad, I have retaken the lead now.
Yes. Oh,
In
after
points.
that sort of really good season, you just, I just can't get near the league at the moment. That's what's doing me, really. And losing the games in the league as well.
Yeah. A couple of players have left. Chris Atherton has gone on a free transfer.
Yeah, he was the player that I felt was the weak position in the centre of midfield, and I'm not playing wingers, so yeah, I'll let him go.
Okay, well, a couple of players have joined. £204 million was spent.
Yep.
Mark Lawless.
Keep into the spending big on players that I actually need, so That's that position
That's
I said.
a better player.
Yeah, that's the position I said was weak. I've got the guy in to sort of fill it in now.
Yeah.
He's good at any sort of any position I want to play in that area. He's good at it, and
It's like, Mark, can you do that? Yes.
Yeah, that's definitely right. Isn't it? Yeah.
He looks fantastic.
You just got to look at him. Really, his technique is really good. His passing's really good. His first touch is excellent. Off the ball, he's even good. His decision making is really good. His composure is really good.
He's going to be like when Kante was on the ball. They dribble in first touch, but balance and agility, you can't get him off the ball.
That's right.
He's zipping around because he's 5'9". He's quite low to the ground, low center of gravity. He is going to be so good in that centre midfield.
Good. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm just not going to give him a penalty. That's all. He don't take penalties for me.
£94 million.
I think it's worth it. A good £94 million.
That's a good £94 million. Is Alfred Juliania for £110 million good though? I would say so.
He's like I said to you, the first season, I thought I had 2 seasons in my centre defenders. This is the 3rd season, is it? 4th season now?
Fourth. This is
4th season.
4th.
I've got to start replacing them when they get into that age now. Yeah. So this is what this guy's come in for. Really good centre back. So he's on the ball and all that, he's good. The only thing I was a bit worried about with him, really, because he's only 5'11" and his jumping ridge is not very good.
Yeah.
I mean, he's good when he can get to the ball. He's a good header of the ball, but his jumping ridge is not very good. So his timing's got to be a lot better.
Yeah, you hope with like the anticipation, concentration, decision making, that will help him. And he's still quite strong. He's very fast.
Very fast as well. And his position sense is really, really good as well.
Yeah.
And his vision. So when he's on the ball, he's going to be dangerous.
Yeah, he looks good.
Yeah.
So for the money, I think that's 2 good signings.
Yeah, I think I've done really well this season for signings. 2 good positions where I needed players desperately, I felt.
Yeah. And you've changed the tactic.
Yeah, I've changed it. I've just tinkered a little bit. I've got another good centre midfielder in, so I've gone for 2 centre midfielders now. Into that, sort of making more sort of stronger in the defence, and I've just dropped Pope back into the attacking forward, really, or attacking midfielder, really, and my centre back goes right in.
Yeah.
So I'm fingers crossed for this. I've got to do something. What I was doing isn't getting me anywhere near you in the league.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm close. I'm not anywhere near you. I'm 10 points at least every season so far. So I've got to do something different. So I've tinkered.
All right, well, start of the season's been very good.
I'm pleased with that start.
Only 3 games.
Yeah.
So the rest of them were a lot of friendlies.
I'll still take that as 3 games.
Yeah.
Man United
conceded in every game, though.
Man United in Liverpool, though. You
and Sunderland finished second a couple of seasons
ago.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to take that. Really good start of the season. I'm happy with that.
Okay, well, let's have a look then. We've got me in the next month in between 2 Champions League games.
Yeah, that's not going to be easy, is it?
Time to play me. Transfer-wise, for me, a big player left the club, Juan Ramon, £61 million. I only just signed him a couple of seasons ago for the same price. Actually, I made £1 million. So I played him a lot last season. He got 13 goals.
He did
4
well
assists.
last season.
Did all right.
Yeah.
It was time to cash in because I feel like looking at how bad those finances was, and he is 30, so it was like I'll let Juan Ramon go, and then we have brought in some replacements for much cheaper. So David comes in for £10 million at right back, just a better substitute right back, because I think we've got the youngster that come through our youth academy who is actually filling in at right back, who can play there. Mohamed Bulbul, who is from Club Brugge, £15 million for a goalkeeper, better than the one I had, and obviously I have not got a lot of money, so we're bringing him in as another option in goal. And then look who this is. You might recognise this name.
I do, yes, yeah.
You let him go on a free transfer. Well, actually sold him for £16 million.
16 million,
yeah. I signed him on a free. So there we go.
He didn't score any goals for me. He went to Bristol City and scored 16 goals.
Yeah. So, and he looks like he's better than when he left you.
Yeah, he definitely is, yeah.
So I sold Ramon and I signed him on a free transfer. So I basically gained £60 million for that striker position there. So yeah, I am happy. Tactically, we keep it exactly as we were. We've locked in the goalkeeper to give him some first team football. I think he might be better because the last few seasons Bresciani has played there, not really developed at all. I know he would have been 27, but still, goalkeeping years, you can still develop.
Yeah.
Now, so we're locking in the other goalkeeper, Burble, as well, instead, and then we'll see how he does this season. But best 11 pick, absolutely how I would want it to be. Semedo, Vanya, and Blackwood up there. Danneman drops to the bench. He's a little bit older now. He has got 4 in first 5 games, so he is still scoring goals. The rest of the team, I'm really happy with. Mancini has locked himself in there next to Collier. Perfect for me. And schedule at the start of the season, we have dropped points. We lost to Brighton 2-1. So we have beaten Newcastle in the Community Shield. We have beaten Man United in the Super Cup. But we've also beaten Bristol City 4-1 and Forest 4-1. Not great losing to Brighton, but we'll see.
Could this be your season? You're going to lose it.
Well, yeah, that's it. You're again tipped as favourites.
Yeah.
And the team, you've now got 3 players in there, as have I. Carter's now in there, look. So we took out a midfielder, now Carter's in there instead. Both got 3 players in there. You're just favourites over me. I wonder if it will stay that way. Well, another 19 points behind, Dad. You cannot get anywhere near me.
I can't get anywhere near you, can I?
I'm so shocked with how good this tactic is.
Yeah, I can't get anywhere near. I mean, you still lost 6 games as well, and you still have amount of points in front of me. I can't believe it. I stopped drawing a load of games. I just lost them this time.
The final day of the season is quite an interesting one. Oh, Sunderland finished second there.
Yeah.
7-1 I beat Aston Villa. They finished 4th. 7-1. This tactic is bonkers. So, as always,
I had a good finish this season, 6-0.
As always, the patreon.com/MegaLukeGaming or the YouTube channel members will put this save game file on there. If you want this tactic, it will be on there. I'll have to name it something different because it was literally my narrow 4-3-3, but I altered it from that. It'll be called something different, but it will be on there because I ain't changing it from Season 5. No. Unless we've had really bad in the cuts, but we have been so good in the league. Lost 6 games, did lose to you though, in the away leg. I can't remember whether that was the one in between those 2 Champions League fixtures or not.
Hopefully.
The 11 games that you lost though, you lose to me 2-1. Interestingly, the top scorer is Danaman, who I said would drop off this season. Is now the Golden Boot winner of the Premier League. Nelson Smader got 21 as well, so I'm happy with that. No sign of Chelsea players in any of it.
I can't believe there's not a single Chelsea player on there.
Crazy.
That's unbelievable, isn't it?
A lot of Man United players are coming into this, though. We've got the highest average rating there, which is a winger, Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. 8th. And they finished down in 8th place. They do... I don't know, they're in the cups, but I don't think they've won a cup. I think that's just where they finished in the league. Looks like Everton won the Europa Conference League by the looks of it. They qualified for the Europa League. Unless they've won a cup. We'll see. Past positions. Again.
Are you just putting the same...
Once on there.
The same graphic board on
there.
Once you just changing mine, ain't you?
Cannot get me out of it.
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
So, really strong.
Awful start of the season for me. I'll tell you what, I had a real bad run after about the third game, didn't I? I just kept... I must have just lost about 5 or 6 games in a row. So when you think that... What did I won the first 3 games?
Yeah. That was when you lost to me. So that game in between those 2 Champions League fixtures, you lost to me 2-1.
And I just went down there.
Yeah, so you beat me later on in the season. Okay, cup competitions. Did I win any other cups? I won the Carabao Cup.
Oh, dear.
Won the Carabao Cup. That's another one. Beat Coventry City 4-0 in the final of that one. Couldn't get to the FA Cup final. Spurs knocked me out in the semi-final. Round of 16 by Atletico Madrid in the Champions League. That's also disappointing.
I need to win the big one.
Have you done anything, Dad? FA Cup.
I'll take that.
Spurs knocked you out both.
Champions League. Oh, come on. And the Carabao Cup. Come on,
brilliant.
Spurs, you're supposed to be doing me a favour. I know I'm Chelsea.
You did beat me in the FA Cup, though. You played them so many times this season.
Well, they knocked me out of the Champions League, knocked me out of the Carabao Cup, and I played them in the FA Cup final.
Yeah, so that's 4 games, plus the tick. You played them 6 times in one season. Unbelievable. So, both knocked out the round of 16. You were eliminated 4-2. I was eliminated 3-2. PSG went on to win the Champions League this year. They beat Bayern Munich in the final, so none of us did very well in terms of the European competition, but we've got either
season again for me.
Past 3 points each. Of course, I'm still getting 4 points from winning the league and 1 point each for beating each other. Sandro Veloso, Dad was your top scorer, 29 and 8.
Yep.
25 and 8 for Josh Hope.
I'm pleased with them too, really. I just don't know where it went wrong, really, in that sort of team. I'm looking at it now and thinking, I ain't done bad, but I just can't get anywhere near you, really, can I?
No. I've done very well in the league every single season.
My new centre-back done.
1 goal, 2 assists, 6.85 average rating. Tomic has done well. We slated his goal contributions. He got 17 assists this year. So that's a lot better.
A lot better with that, yeah.
The transfer budget for you, £140 million, because I really did feel like they weren't backing you enough, you know? You really did need that money.
You know, if you've got a good financial team behind you, then, you know, that's what it's all about in football, isn't it, really?
In the red again, look.
Yeah,
what
I know,
a shot.
yeah.
Debts and loan. How's that gone back up to 133?
We bought the hotel back again. It was a bargain. It was 133 million.
It was 100 million. The women's team was available for 33 million.
Yeah.
We only bought them. We sold them 2 seasons before for 100 million.
Yeah, we'll buy them, and I'll tell you what, we'll sell them for a profit again next season, I reckon.
Oh, that is crazy how that keeps happening. But there we go. Let's have a look then at Arsenal. And we got 30 goals for Nelson Semedo with 14 assists. Dalaman still got 29. 27 for Vanya. We're not bad for a free transfer, that.
No.
Nick Carter, 18 and 23. Still very good, but he's still struggling for his injuries, is Nick. So, is injury prone, but he is a legendary player for us nonetheless. He's been really good for us. And for England, look. 84 caps, 43 goals for England. Adam Katai, the Hungarian that we've got in there, who is one of our best players, has done really well this season as well with 10 goals and 8 assists. So, yeah. Locking in the goalkeeper. I think that paid off. He's not amazing, but we couldn't spend big money like you could on the goalkeepers. We've had to work with what we've got. Tommaso Mancini, again, is holding his own in that centre-back spot. Only 20 years of age. Second season in the Premier League. 2 Premier Leagues won, and he's 20 years old. Absolutely insane. Transfer budget for me, 23 million. 102 in the red. 216 net debt. I can't remember if that's worse or better than what it was last time. Who knows? But let's have a look at the points. Season 4 points are Mega Luke with 8 and Dad with 4, meaning the total points going into the final season. So Mega Luke with 36 and Dad with 27. Right, final season then, Dad. You need to pull something out the bag here. Not too far behind me. 9 points, very achievable.
I got one season left to stop you from winning all 5 leagues. That's my main goal, to stop you from winning the league this season. So
points-wise, you're only 9 behind.
Yeah, I mean, it's 9 points.
So
if I win the league and the Champions League, I got you.
Yeah.
So that's what my challenge is.
That's all you have to do.
That's all I got to do. I've done it before.
Yeah.
Well, no, I haven't. I won the league.
You haven't won the league,
I've won
no.
the Champions League. Oh.
You started off by selling Lee Duke Thang.
Yes.
Gone. The Vietnamese, £70 million.
I'm going to change it.
Less than half the price.
I'm going to tinker with my tactic, and I needed a bit more money, so yeah, I sold it. I sold him specifically to buy one particular player that I was after, and I couldn't afford him, so I had to get a bit of money in. So unfortunately, he was the guy that I had to get rid of for that.
All right, Quintana's gone for 24 as well. On the other page, there's a couple more, but there's 4 signings in total. So Robin Scogland comes in from Coventry, centre-back option, left-footed as well.
This is just in case the guy that's, I think he must be about 33, my other centre-back, just in case he gets injured. I've got this guy just covered. He was, for the money, he was the best I could buy that would be quite close to getting into the team. He won't get into the team, but he's close to it.
Then we've got Patrick Casper from Barcelona for £20 million, centre-back and right-back.
Yeah, they're just covering the defence again in case I get any injuries. I mean, he's good. I mean, you'd probably like him. Just unfortunate.
Why?
I mean, yeah, you got a good right back as well, haven't you? I've got a world-class right back as well, so he's not going to get in this, and he's 33. But I just needed cover just in case. You're going to find out why in a minute, really. So,
and then we got another Barcelona player.
Yeah,
£100 million.
I've rated them,
up
didn't
to
I?
156.
This was the guy that I needed the money for to get this guy. When I seen him available, I thought, I'm going to try and get this guy. This guy could be the difference between me winning the league and you winning the league. I felt changing my tactic. I had this guy in my mind, so in the end, I had to start selling players to get the money from him. And he's good. You know, he's like lightning in it, and he's good on the ball. He's crossing the ball. He's just an out-and-out winger, really. He's going to do some damage. He's world-class already. So I've got a lot of fingers crossed on this guy. He's going to do the business for me.
From Kosovo as well.
Yes.
Unique nation. Then we finally finish things off with Mariano Lasacco from Inter Milan. £87 million, so nearly £19 million spent, but a very good striker.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean, you can only win a game if you score more goals, so I've got a better striker in. Hopefully the strikers I've got now with the winger going down the wing. If I've got a winger that good, that means I've got to change my tactic, haven't I?
Oh, yes.
And I'm taking a massive gamble here because I have never played this tactic before. And
it shows.
I'm a bit worried now because you've looked at it and started laughing. And I spent probably about 10, 15 minutes trying to sort this tactic out. And I thought, I couldn't remember how you played this tactic, and I set it up to what I thought was how it should be, and I'm just praying that it's going to be good enough.
Well, two wide centre-backs on defend. Not the end of the world, that. But inverted wing-backs when you...
That's where I wanted... That's in my mind, that's where I thought, with the biggest space is that gap there, and I remember you doing that before. Inverted wing-backs will fill that space. So I thought, well, they're good. They can play that position, so I'll let them do that then.
Looking at the analysis, yeah, it leaves a big hole in here.
Yeah, so that's the gap that I was hoping they were going to fill. And when I read the instructions on inverted wing backs, that's what it was telling me that they were going to be going.
Yeah.
When we were attacking.
An anchor as well. I'm not sure whether I would use an anchor in that position.
I was like that with the anchor position, but I just didn't want him going anywhere.
Yeah.
Because I had me centre-backs filling that space, I didn't want him going into that space as well. So that's why I put him on anchoring, really. So there's a theory behind my stupid madness. In my head I can see it, but it just didn't work. I don't think.
I mean, some people might think this
I don't think it's going to work.
It wouldn't be how I would set it up, but it might work.
Yeah.
You don't know.
I mean, I've pushed the back line up as well, so it's helping to fill those spaces as well.
Yeah.
And they're really two good wingers I've got there.
We started the season.
I got absolutely hammered by you in the Charity Shield 6-1. So it didn't
6-1.
start. It's only a friendly, innit?
But then you did come to my ground and draw 2-2.
Yeah, so that's a good thing.
And you have won the other 3 games.
I've won the other 3 games, and I drew against the champions. So I've got to be happy, really. And that was against you, away. So I've got to be happy with that.
Interesting how that one started off. I didn't expect that at all. So let's have a look at my transfers then. You'll be surprised to know that Donnelly Stevie has left the club. £45 million. I needed to let him go, but that has allowed me to sign 3 players. We've got Jose Francisco from Real Madrid, who's basically his replacement in centre defensive midfield there. Not an amazing player, just going to be a backup for £20 million. Then we've got 2 one free transfer, 1 more transfer that's come in. Karen Holder from Fulham. I was tracking him for a while, but he was never willing to leave, or Fulham were never willing to let him go. He's 34 now, was running out of contract. Looks really good.
Yeah.
Still looks good. He's played a lot of games.
He's 15, so he's still alright.
Played a lot of games for England as well. He looks very composed, the very good mental attributes. The reason why I wanted him a long time ago was he was a winger who beats the offside trap, and I was trying to get him so that I could just play Nick Carter up front, because Nick Carter also does that, I think. I think he has the ability to play would beat the offside trap as a winger. He doesn't, maybe. I can't remember why I thought that then. So I know why. When I changed the DLF, I wanted Nick Carter to be that, because he comes deep to get bought, and I wanted that guy there, Karen Holder, to be beating the offside trap, because he would beat the offside trap, and it would be like a weird change.
Yeah.
And that always confuses Football Manager defense. That's the reason why I wanted to go for it. Final signing though, as you can see, I locked in Jord Kudimbana. Can play across the back 3, but a left-footed centre-back. I'm locking him in, and the reason for it is when I do best 11 pick, it still puts this guy there, and I do not rate him as a centre-back as much as the other guy. I would rather him be my backup left-back and have Mancini next to Kudimbana there, and that's basically what my starting 11 would look like. So I'm happy with that. We're sticking with the same tactic, and as you can see now, I have named it very abruptly OL for Omega Luke. 4-2 right wing, 3 narrow.
You love it, don't you?
I am so good at tactical names. Really good at them. So if you're looking to get it, it's going to be on Patreon, on channel membership. Whatever happens at the end of the season, you'll have that tactic there.
What
so
should we call mine? Omega Dad Disaster?
Do not save this. We'll see. Now,
it started well though.
Yeah. Well, I beat you 6-1, so it started really well for me. I then won 7-1 against Brighton.
That's the team that beat you last season.
Yeah, 2-1 against Newcastle and 5-3 against Hull City. And your player who you let go a long time ago, Vanya, scored 4 for me in that game there. He has been excellent at the start of the season. So how many's he got? 5 and 4 for me with a player of the match. So yeah really good start.
13 for you last season.
Let's see then. Final season. I'm already a point ahead, so you need to get an extra point. I think you're 10 points behind me now, so you really need a big season. And you've gone for a Hail Mary. Will it pay off? Well, it hasn't paid off in the league, because I have gone on and won the league by another 14 points.
Mate,
even though you lost less games than me.
I'm looking at that. I only lost 4 games. I think that's the best I've done. I just drew 13.
Yeah, that's the trouble. You drew the most in the league.
Oh, unbelievable, isn't it?
So that's what's
that close.
There.
I mean, I'm still 14 points behind, but I was that close, only losing 4 games. So defensively, I was all right.
Yeah, there were never enough goals, because you're drawing too many games. A lot of them are 1-1s, as you can see there. You only scored 73. I got 121.
Yeah, that's the difference, isn't it? Really?
So that was the difference, is scoring goals. Now, profile of the league, Iredale was the top scorer. Luke Iredale, who's been up there the last couple of seasons. He looks really good. But Nelson Semedo was there with 20, as was Sam Blackwood. Two players who I gambled on a long time ago, and it's paid off. Sam Blackwood's done really well. Nelson Semedo, who didn't cost me that much, only got 13 for finishing and 14 for composure, but the rest of him is solid. That's why he scored so many goals. He had the highest average rating as well. Nick Carter's still getting quite a lot of assists, as is Danaman. I'm surprised he's still around. He's 34 now, getting very slow, but he's there. Bull also had one of the highest amount of clean sheets, so I'm pleased with that. No Chelsea players, Dad.
Except for the yellow cards.
Yeah. So
that's 2 seasons in a row for me.
Yeah.
Disappointed with that.
Gotta be.
Even though I got into second place.
You were the second top scorers of the league, but still nowhere near. I was third least amount conceded. Let's see. Past positions. Just earlier in the season, each time. How quick can Arsenal take over the league? So this has been so dominant that I must be the only team ever now to win 5 in a row. Obviously, Man City did 4 in a row very recently. I have now done 5.
Tried to stop you, I couldn't do it.
Couldn't
I was
stop
disappointed
me.
with that.
Definitely built up to unbelievable.
What was mine for the season? I hit the top as well before you did.
Yeah, just couldn't keep it. Competitions for the final season for Arsenal. Game, set, and match. 3-0 in the Champions League final to Atletico Madrid, who knocked me out either last year or the year before. So, yeah, that's good revenge there. Where did you get to? I beat Barcelona 7-1 in the semi. Knocked out Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico in the final.
Well done.
Spain hates Arsenal.
Yeah.
Round of 16. You're not there either, Dad. What has happened to you here?
What did I do?
Quarter-final by Fulham, semi-final by Spurs. That's 2 cup competitions you could win, but you haven't. Knockout playoff rounds to Real Madrid.
The FA Cup.
And quarter-final by Newcastle. Bad season overall. 24 from Lasaka with 13. It's low. I can't imagine people wanting to save this tactic, unfortunately, Dad.
Why not?
But if they do carry on, you get another £158 million.
Yeah,
maybe,
there you go.
if you wanted to try something quite fun, you get the save game file, you download the Arsenal tactic, you plug it into Chelsea.
That'd be interesting.
You got the money, and see if you can start your own dynasty.
That would be interesting.
That would be quite good. I might do that as a TikTok. To be fair, make sure you follow me on TikTok. I might even do that one. Let's have a look then at my Arsenal side. The final season, 32 and 32 for Semedo and Blackwood. Nick Carter with 28 and 21. Vanya with 27. Really good stuff. Patrick Timmermans with 20. Katai with 21. Both assists. Solid. Really solid. Ryan Johnson's done well for assists as well. 13 assists, and he's not that good at attacking either. But if you did decide to be Arsenal, 68 million. That's quite a lot. Oh, yeah, that's a lot better than what I thought it would be. So financially, we're all right. We're scraping by. It's just the net debt is so high. Let's have a look at the final points tally. Season 5 points are Omega Luke with 12 and Dad with 1, meaning the total points after 5 years is Omega Luke with 48 and Dad with 28. 20 points in the end.
It was never a 20-point gap. Really, I don't think.
I won 2 Champions Leagues and 5 leagues.
I think the difference between the 2 teams was the league forms. You won the leagues and you won the games in the league as well. Oh, the cup wise, I was there or thereabouts. I mean, I won the Champions League and I won the FA Cup 3 times. Yeah. Carabao Cup twice, something like that. So I was winning cups. I just couldn't get anywhere near you in the league.
I was terrified in that second season when you won all 3.
Yeah, I thought I was going to move on from that. I thought that was a season. That's why I didn't sort of touch any tactic there then. And just, I thought, because I bought that one player, didn't I? And it filled that one space. And I thought, right, this is it. I want to kick on from here.
Yeah.
And that season was season 3 after that. I only scored 5 points. So
yeah.
I was disappointed, really.
But I must admit, I mean, we are like 2 years into the game cycle now. That's one of my favourite rebuilds.
Yes.
Just going 15 years into the future, the game was still processing roughly about the same amount of time per season. It didn't feel slow compared to what sometimes it can if you've got loads of leagues loaded. So if that's, maybe you're bored and you're looking for Football Manager Save to do before FM26 comes out, which you can pre-order, by the way, use my fanatical code. Go 15 years into the future and see if you can find a save like that.
Yeah.
Arsenal and Chelsea, we were quite low down because I had a lot of fun rebuilding those teams with all of these new gen players. And you see, when you went to buy Jude Bellingham one of the years, didn't you, and thought, no, let's leave him out.
Yeah, I think it was that season 3 where I wanted that one player there.
Yeah.
And Jude Bellingham come up as available, and it wasn't very dear. It was like 20 million,
36, something like
that. Yeah, it wasn't dear, and I thought, yeah, that's a player, and it's. Oh, on the screen he was magnificent when he was 31, though, I think.
And I thought older than that because we're 15 years in the future.
Oh, yeah. So whatever age he was. But I thought, I'm going to get him in because his fitness level was really good as well. And I thought, no, that's just a shame, really. That's not what this video was about. It was about getting players, the new gens in, and seeing what we could find and all that. I mean, the season after that is when I found the really good one then.
Yeah.
I've got to take that off to you. You won the league 5 years in a row. I can't touch you then. You deserve to win by 20 points by doing that just alone, really.
I agree. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you got to season 5, let us know down in the comments if you're part of the season 5 crew. We really do appreciate it. And again, channel members, you might have watched this video early, which is you can do on most videos, but you'll get the save game file aswillpage.com/megalootgaming. Thank you guys for your support, and appreciate everybody letting me know that they've been using my code on the Fanatical to obviously buy the game. That helps us out a lot. We get a bit of a kickback for that. There's a nice bit of pocket money for Christmas presents. Maybe I'll buy Dad a Christmas present off the back of that. Really do appreciate it. See you soon for another rebuild. On screen right now, though, you can check out this video because me and Dad have started in the Super League. It's our final challenge of FM24, and it's probably going to be one of our favorites.
Yeah.